lot of repercussions, implications for the rest of the tournament.
If you've been following along at all today, you will have noticed that games are fraught with drop discs and missed throws from the rain. It is very slippery out there. It's very hard to hold the disc. It's very hard to catch it. So we'll see how these two go.
Cool. As we see VLS with the pull, Dylan Bennett sending it up.
Tim Keeley picking it up, centering to Cody, crossing to Walsh.
VLS is playing match defense here to begin with today. As we see Dave Kahn on the mark, and it's up.
Mindy attacking the disc. To Annie Wang. And down the line to Anna for the score. Hills will be looking to play a lot of 4 women this tournament. They think one of their real strengths is through their women's downfield game.
Yeah, definitely demonstrated there in the first point with a couple of male receivers just hanging around the disc and just sending it to the women deep, and yeah, quite an easy score to start the game. The wind is sort of coming a little bit across from sort of right to left from your screen. It's basically coming towards the commentary booth, so you'll see the flags in the background of a lot of the shots blowing a little bit right to left. It's not as bad as it has been today, thankfully, for this game, and hopefully it stays that way. There is a little bit of light rain. Again, hopefully not too much to affect these players. Again, these are two pretty high-level teams for the Division 2 competition, so we shouldn't see them affected too much.
VLS at the gender end zone now have picked 4 men. And Mark Wang will be doing the pull for Hills.
Cool.
We've seen a couple of different types of pulls this tournament. We've seen a long floaty ones, and we've also seen ones that have been going very low with the aim of skimming along the ground to pick up as much water as they can.
We have Edward Sturgis picking up the disc. We see a bit of a sort of junk look here from Hills. Quick movement from Bernardino to Sturgis. Sturgis now holding the disc. Oh, through the middle to Anderson. Anderson there, back to Sturgis. Through to Motomari. Sturgis has been sort of anchoring a lot of these offensive lines, and he's really in control today. As we see Motomari with the pop through again. Cross to Sturgis. Looking for an angle, gets one through to Motomari. Again, that's an unbelievable shot. As we see a lovely shot there from Motomari to Glover for the goal. VLS Soda equalise, we're now 1-1.
That was a great catch on that second last throw.
Yeah, a couple of really nice low grabs there from Motomari to that point, actually. Taser's just driven up from Sydney to be here for this game. So
just for this game.
Bit of an impact player. Had an exam this afternoon and then finished his exam, got straight in the car and has headed through across to the nice and damp Nelson Bay to make an immediate impact on the game.
It'll be nice for them to have some fresh legs as well.
Absolutely. As we see VLS Soda here now on defense on the left side of your screen. Hills once again playing for women. So the right side of your screen, as you'll see throughout this game, in the first half at least, is the gender decides end zone. So before the game, both teams flipped, and Hills determined that they were starting that end with the gender. So they have the option of choosing either 4 ladies and 3 men, or 3 ladies and 4 men throughout the game. Same goes for at any time during the game, during the first half, sorry. When VLS Soda down that end, they also have the choice. As we see Dave Kahn here with the pull. It is low.
Matt Balkowski picking up the disc, dumping to Lee Cody.
Puck goes up.
Big throw down to field towards Parker.
And we have our first turn of the game.
Hills looking to set that zone.
Lambert with the disc, swings it across to Nolan. Nolan swings that one across to McBride. Safe hands there from McBride. Puts it through to Bradley. Oh, a great space there from McBride, but not quite held on to there by Bradley. And we see VLS Soda back on defense once again.
Cody picking it up. Across to Rickard. To Mello. Oh, was that a miscommunication or just a drop?
Yeah, it was a little bit on the inside, that one.
Yeah.
again, the tough conditions mean that any sort of miss on those throws is always going to be hard to hold on. We see Lambert, it's a very similar scenario, just hits it on the inside and we have a turn.
Balkowski picking it up. Parker, cross to Cody. Back to Balkowski. To Wang. Very intense mark there.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the mark there from Bradley. Oh, Liam Varley on the dump mark here. Oh, very close. Nice recovery there from Saunders and Varley. Good switch.
Oh, we have a call.
Oh. Yeah, it looks like an injury call there to Saunders. Just might have got one in the face, unfortunately. Hopefully she's okay. Just taking a bit of time across to the sideline as VLS Soda can then bring a substitute player on.
Cody with the disc. There is a bit of a gender mismatch there. So somewhere downfield there is a girl being marked by a boy. Can't see it. Oh, yep. Mindy's being marked. And the hammer to Mindy.
Ooh.
She will be a powerhouse for the Hills line during this game. She runs like crazy. I don't think she's ever been tired in her life. They will look for her every second pass, I believe.
Definitely some very strong female receivers on this Hills team, as we've seen so far in this game already. Just some nice movement. Looks like they're playing mostly through the male handlers, looking to hit the female receivers downfield, and it's working for them so far. A couple of turns in that point, though. We said the first 2 points there was nice, clean offense. So VLS Soda can go out of that point pretty happy. They managed to generate a couple of turnovers, just got to consolidate those ones and get it upfield. They want to get the sort of upwind break.
Not many turnovers coming from defensive pressure. Most of the turnovers happening just because it's wet and hard to throw, hard to catch.
Absolutely. So. As we see VLS Soda here on the right of your screen, not quite in shot at the moment. They're playing 4 men once again with the gender end zone. We see Ant Dowell here with the pull. Quite a good floaty pull, picked up by Bernardino. Not too many options coming here. Pressure on. Bennett helps with release.
Ooh.
Bennett with a little pop there to Chris Drury, not quite coming off.
It's bounced off his hand. We have Ant Dowell picking up the disc.
With Luke Hamilton on, this is going to be a fun matchup. 2 of the tallest players in the competition.
Big breakthrough.
And that's a fantastic D there from Drury. Well read. As Drury gets it across to Bernardino, looking to move it quickly. Oh, big hammer across to Graham. Graham safe as you like. Flicks it back across to Drury. Not a lot happening upfield here from VLS Soda. It's looking to get it through the hands at the moment. We see Graham and Drury playing a little bit of an ISO, get it across to Bennett. Bennett sending it upfield to Hamilton. Hamilton then dishing it to Drury. Oh, just not quite enough power on that one from Drury. A good look.
Mark Wang did well to recognise that there was a player bussing deep and his deep had come in. Great cover. To Parker. Not much happening for a downfield. To Franz.
Good release there from Franz.
Oh, goes for the crossfield to Allen. Doesn't quite come off.
Great pressure on the mark there from Hamilton, making that around very difficult. As you see Graham strolling to the disc. Spread up across the field.
Hill's playing a very loose pommy or puppy zone.
Yeah, once again, VLS Soda really setting quite deep. Backing their throwers to push it through the cup. You see Bernardino, safe hands here. Push it across to Drury. Straight around there from Drury to Bernardino once again. And then to Bennett. Bennett with a tough shot, and the wind has absolutely grabbed that one and pushed it away. That is probably the hardest throw on the entire field. So an ambitious shot there from Bennett, but I'm sure that the Hills team won't mind that one at all.
Not at all. That throw made even harder by the fact that the wind has since changed direction. Like, it used to be going in the opposite direction this morning. It's now coming towards us. So players adjusted this morning and are now trying to readjust to the new wind.
Once again, we see Hamilton here on the mark against Dowell.
Dow to Wang. Across to Allen. Goes for the big down the line. The wet disc making it very difficult to get any sort of grip on that forehand.
Yeah, those flicks are tough in these conditions. Absolutely. I think we'll want to see VLS Soda with a little bit more movement through this sort of Junkie Cup. They're looking to really penetrate, and that is tough in these conditions. So a bit more movement upfield as we see Popper Hamilton coming through, creating a bit of space for Bernardino there on the swing. Bernardino helped out by Bennett. Bennett up to field to Drury. It's lovely movement, looking much better at this point. We see the over top shot again. It's a tough look. And out Dowell with another a D this time. Potentially a couple of forced Ds so far at this point. VLS Soda really want that corner. They really want to try and force it in there. Got a couple extra throws, take their time.
Great shot to Parker.
Ooh.
Doesn't quite go as far and she slips over.
Yeah, it's a good look though. It's a really, really, really nice look there from Dowell.
And that is not a corner he wants to be trapped in with the disc.
Yeah, these conditions really are sort of suited to the classic huck it play defense. If you can get a turn in this area, it makes your offense much more threatening. It's good movement there from Hamilton to Bernardino. Back to Hamilton. Don't want to get stuck with it too long over there. Good around there to Drury. Drury to Bernardino. Bernardino back to Hamilton. These four are working well together.
Yeah, not really sure what the aim of this hill zone is.
Yeah, VLS sort of just taking what they want at the moment.
The zone is just very open.
You'd think that they would learn though, and hopefully they don't look to that corner again if they want to score. Bennett threw a bit of contact there.
Oh, I think that was just thrown into the back of a player. Dow picking up the disc to Allen. Cross to Wang. Up the line to Dow. Sends it long, looking for Wang.
Oh, a great throw and a very tight catch there to Wang. We see Graham pick it up early. Swing across to Bernardino. Bernardino there once again to Drury. VLS Soda once again playing really deep in their space and giving their handlers plenty of room to work. Drury through the field. Oh, great effort there from Hamilton. An excellent bid. Unfortunate. That could be the one that Hills are trying to force that through the middle.
Down to Wang.
Great up the line mark there from Hamilton.
Parker with the disc. Looking for a dump to Allen. Oh, there's a pick call downfield.
Pick call. I believe that one is on the disc. So we're just going to see Bennett send that one back. Just back in.
To Franz. Down the line to Weston. Looks for the big crossfield to Dow.
Oh, and that one
Nice.
is in. That's a break to Hills. Well, that was a long point, but in these conditions, breaks are absolutely vital. So Hills will be happy with that one for sure. And they get to come out on on defense on their terms, which is once again calling for women. It's only early days in this game, but that could be vital.
Both teams will likely be forcing a lot of forehand this game. Forehands are much more difficult to throw in the wet. Just getting a grip on the disc makes life very hard.
Yeah, that up the line from Weston there was really nice. Open up the space, and then, as you can see, managed to get a backhand away to Dow. And not too many times where you're sending it to Ant Dow in the end zone is that going to be either put down or blocked. So
Bernardino came close.
yeah. Hey, there's good pressure on there from the VLS Soda players. They can take a bit of heart out of that point. need to go back in if they want to stay in this game early. Got to consolidate this one and put this offense in.
What are your bets on player most likely to have the disc just roll out of their hand in this rain?
Roll out of their hand. Look, I mean,
floppy forehand.
Yeah, honestly, I'm backing anyone at the moment. These conditions are getting worse.
Yep.
As I would say. That's from the start of the game to now, the rain has picked up quite a bit. Oh, and as you see, as the conditions are picking up, Lambert just missing the easy backhand across the field to McBride, and Hills have another opportunity here.
And this is a nice spot to be if you're Hills.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough spot to try and defend this one, but let's see how VLS can do, as we see. Up the line.
To Parker.
Yep, Lambert pressure on.
To Ash. Oh,
and there we go.
Great
Straight
awareness.
away. Hills put that one in. Take advantage of the quick turnover and go up 2 breaks in this game. Now lead 4 points to 1.
Surprising to see that Ant Dow, Rosalie Ash, Mark Wang and Annie Wang are all playing at the same time. I was told that they would be doing a one player having a babysitting break every game rotation. But it appears this game they've decided that they need all 4 of them in rotation.
Yeah, look, when you're in the showcase game on the stream, you want to send out your best troops, and it looks like Hills have absolutely done that. The babysitting's taken a back seat in Div 2 Nationals, and fair enough, this is a crucial game in this pool. This tournament only lasts for 3 days. The children got the rest of their lives to be babysitted. It's all good. Yeah, and as you can see on your screen now, it is coming down pretty strong, and it is getting windier. So these 2 early breaks are absolutely vital.
I believe the current score is at 4-1.
Yes, it is. 4 points to 1. Get that one fixed. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we see Sturgis and Lambert back. Lambert with the disc. Swings across to Sturgis. Oh, nice tight window there, but well done. Puts it through. Through to Bradley. Bradley to Anderson. Back to Sturgis. From Lambert there across to Khan. Khan will be very, very experienced player. Has played at the highest level in the World Championships in the Masters Division. Knows how to get it done. Bradley through the middle there. Lovely spot. Dishes across to Sturgis. Looking safe as houses. That's an incredible throw there from Sturgis through to Khan, who makes it look harder than it needed to be. He swings it across from Sturgis. Back to Khan. Handler's doing the work here. Swing through the middle of Bradley, who's just been finding some lovely windows. Then dishes across to Sturgis. Easy swing across there to Khan. Oh, he's put it down. That's very unfortunate, but a player of his experience should be able to get it done a little better. There we go, Sturgis on the mark here. Wood looking to send it.
Ooh.
Oh, it could work. Oh, Jesus, the low ball's held up pretty well there. Fun to see the Anderson and Dow match up there. Got a couple of big young and up-and-coming players from Queensland playing with VLS Soda, looking to make their mark on the wily and experienced Dow. Yeah, we see Anderson coming in to Sturgis. So just some crafty fakes there, back to Anderson. Lovely around there from Anderson. Safe hands from Khan this time. Beautiful work. Across to Lambert. To Sturgis, who is really anchoring this line. Looking a real treat out there. Oh, he's not done it. Oh, that's a crafty play there from Varley, but hasn't come off, unfortunately. Not a bad option. Not going to win too many aerial contests, Liam Varley versus Anthony Dow, but tried to outsmart him. Almost got away with it.
Dow picking up the disc. Looking long for Parker. Oh,
and Tom Anderson with the absolute gem of a point block. Got to take advantage of it now as we see Tom Anderson for the bookends, and there it is. VLS Soda get one back. Consolidate their offense, and then we see a score now of 4 points to 2. Anderson, a great little impact there in the last few seconds of that point with the big hand block on the experienced Dow, and then making a lovely cut around the break side for an easy goal. Bit of confidence for VLS Soda now. It'd be nice for them to get one back in and now have a chance to go out on defense and see if they can make a mark.
Yeah, Hills once again calling for women.
As we see, oh, just missing that hand block there. But yeah, beautiful work there from Anderson. Made the trip down, sorry, from Townsville for this tournament. Great impact out there so far.
I think the biggest weather change that we found today from the first couple of games is it is getting cold.
Yeah,
first couple of games were toasty warm. The rain didn't matter because it was like taking a bath. Now, I'm freezing. I'm shivering.
I am really cold. It's right. I've decided to, unfortunately, wear thongs this afternoon. I have not chosen the path of least resistance. But thankfully, these players are having a nice opportunity to get a bit of a run around and keep warm, hopefully, as we see Bennett here with the pull.
That is a nice pull.
It's a great shot there from Dylan Bennett, young up-and-coming star.
Cody picking it up to Walsh. Ooh. Little fumble, regathers. Sends it long, but it's very flat. Wang tries to get underneath it. Great slide.
Effort. Well defended there as well from the VLS players. We see McBride having to fix the shoes. Yeah, I think we're seeing a bit of a pattern here with the Hills offense. Just have a look deep, and if you can't take it, it's all right. You've got good defense to stop it. See Nolan pick it up, swing it around to McBride. McBride looking for space, finds Nolan, who dishes it back to McBride. That's a lovely little around there, and it looked like it was on. Great fakes there from Nolan, creating space to McBride. McBride swings across to Bennett. Oh, no, he's put it down. Oh, just as we were about to call him up, he's just made a little error. That's all right.
He was playing a funny little zone there. Not really sure what that was.
As we see, Cody absolutely sling it up there. That's a great D from Bennett. Way to make up for his previous error. And he has put up an absolute hospital pass straight away to McBride. Well,
slightly overexcited there, I think.
He was just a bit keen to get up and get going, I think. All right, inexperienced player, he'll learn. We see Hamilton on the mark here. Well defended there up the line from Saunders.
Swings Cody around to Mello.
Gabby Mello, very experienced player. That's a lovely shot through there, and that is another goal to Hills, and we have a score now of 5 points to 2. Yeah, I think what we've seen so far, Hannah, is that the Hills plan is clear. If we're going a little bit downwind, let's just have a look, take the shot. If it comes off, beautiful. If it doesn't, we've got the defensive strategy to stop this team. We can get it back.
Speaking with Simon Wood earlier, he was telling me that Hill's entire game plan is for their men to distract their player enough that they can't poach and for their women to do whatever they want. I think it's working.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty effective strategy so far. Yeah, and with the receiving talent they've got on the female side, I mean, why wouldn't you have that strategy? Got some great throwers in the males, and also some very good female throwers as well, as we just seen there in that last point with Gabby Mello with that incredible inside shot. But yeah, just a lot of strength across this Hills team. Just a very, very solid unit, as always, throughout tournaments. The Hills department, you know when you're playing against a Hills team, you're playing a well-drilled, well-structured team, and they're not going to give you anything. So got a bit of a hill to climb here, VLS. So let's see if they can take on Everest effectively, as we see Ant Dow raising his hand for the pull. Another great pull in tough conditions.
You know it's a tough day when an Ant Dow pull barely makes it past the brick mark.
So true. As we see Lambert swinging it across there to Graham to Motomari, who's found some nice little spaces under to Hamilton here. We see Hamilton put it up to Drury. He's brought it in. Well, that is an accidental highlight play there from Drury, and my heart went from 0 to about 8,000 pretty quickly.
I love it when someone uses their face as a backboard.
Yeah, just making it interesting for the crowd at home. Drury's just, look, it's a great shot here from Hamilton. He's put it up into the wind, and it's sat there beautifully. Drury's got all the time in the world. As you see, he's not quite in the end zone, trying to milk it. Milks it with the face, gets the left hand out there. That is kind of weird, but super effective, and still counts as a goal. VLS Soda strike back again, 5-3. What do you think VLS Soda can do here, Hannah, to try and get a block on this Hills? We'll try and generate an upfield turn, I should say, on this Hills offense, because So far, we've seen the Hills team very happy to take the shots we've discussed.
So if I was VLS, I would play man because Hills really want to play zone all day, every day. Their entire game plan is play zone, hope to play against zone. So I would play man, strong, hard man, and back the girls slightly, push them under.
Yeah.
It'll just clog space a little more.
For sure. I don't know if you can see it on your screen, but the wind has changed direction completely. We're now going across away from the commentary booth, and you can see the rain is still coming down, and it's still cold. So these are still very tough conditions that we see. Khan here with the pull. Great shot there.
Cody picking it up to Keeley.
Sturgis on the mark. Good pressure there from Sturgis. Looks like they've got a bit of a poach in the lane from
Cross
Khan.
to Rickard. Oh.
That could be the turn they need. It's a little upfield. It's better than where they have been. This could be the opportunity that VLS Soda are after. So that's a great around there from Carter Bernardino, who's been safe as a rock in the middle of the field. Back to Khan.
There's a bit of a gender mismatch again from this Hills line.
Sturgis there with some lovely movement.
No, it turns out they're playing some sort of zone.
Yeah, I think they've just gone back to that junk there again, Hannah. It's getting results,
Ooh.
albeit
Super
unintentional
close
at times. Nice work there from McBride to Khan. Khan looking to create here from Bradley. Back to Khan. Sums up his options, dishes it to McBride. McBride there to Sturgis. Sturgis there gets some options from McBride there once again on that break side. Here we go, McBride with the shot. Oh, and just not quite reined in there from Bernardino. That's a tight one. Oh, it could hurt them.
Lots of these outside in throws just all across the field getting dropped.
As we see Cody here with the disc. Big fakes. Great mark there from Varley.
Parker engaging her dump. Keeley.
I think this one's got to go, yep, and there it goes.
Huge down the line.
Oh, it's a good look. It's just not quite sat in that wind, but it's down the other end. It's not a bad result in these conditions. You see McBride picking up. Got an option in the middle there from Khan. Doesn't want it.
Big cross field.
Gets it across to Bradley. That's an incredible throw. Bradley sums up her options upfield. Nothing there yet. Here we go. Got Khan at the back. Blady flick across. It's going to work for her, though. So you see McBride dishing back to Khan. Khan again trying to take control. Khan to Bradley. Bradley dishes it there to McBride. McBride across to Sturgis. Handler's doing all the work here for VLS Soda. Upfield needs to get involved. Sturgis hasn't got much here. Oh, a great block there from Rickard in the lane. Bit of a poach and puts it down.
Cody picking up to Rickard. It's a low one, but he gets his hands under it. To Keeley.
Low hands there from Sturgis. Oh, great pressure there from McBride. Almost gets one.
To Ash. Keeley poached up.
Yeah, Sturgis going upfield to help and then finding his mark again. Oh, and we've seen just conditional drop that one, I think. Normally the safe hands of Parker will hold on to those ones. And we see Edward Sturgis strolling over to this again. Having a great game so far. Very safe hands. Very safe options. Khan there gets the dish to Sturgis. Sturgis strong hands from the pressure of Rickard with a great around there to Khan. Ooh. Doesn't quite come off there from Khan. Just again, the tough conditions slipping that forehand out there. A hard throw.
Cody with the disc. He's looking for Parker. Oh, no, goes for Rickard. Sends it long towards the end zone.
Not a bad option there from Rickard once again. Didn't have too many options. Just take that upfield. I think you'll see VLS Soda have had a slight adjustment in their defenses. This is going to be interesting. Tough contest there between Varley and Cody, but no call, no call. Yeah, we can see VLS Soda have thrown a little bit of something in the lane here to try and make it harder as we get a clean turnover, and David Khan's seen it. He's had a look. Sends it to Varley. Varley with the safe hands, and there is the break. VLS Soda get one of them back.
Once again, a point with lots of missed throws, lots of just cold drops.
Yeah, I think that's the one they need to get though. That upfield turnover is the one that's going to get VLS Soda back in this game. As you can see, that's a quick turnover. Khan, the experience, picks it up, sends it to his young receiver Varley, who's got the legs, happy to go to the end zone, and Khan puts it out in front. 5-4, Hills up over VLS. See once again there the completion from Khan. It's just done enough to get around the defender. Safe hands from Varley in the end zone. Beautiful work, VLS. As we see the VLS defense here, opting to play 4 men, recognizing the threat that the Hills women make in this game. I think that strategically this is a good play from VLS. They're probably got them for athleticism in the male ranks at least. And I think the ladies are pretty well matched, but overall the little extra experience in the Hills line probably gives them the advantage. So we see Bennett here with the pull. That's a great shot from Dylan Bennett as we see one going downwind. It's going to sit there, and it's going to stay in, I reckon. Yep, that one's in from the cone. Bennett on the big matchup here on Dowell. Oh, huge pressure here on the mark. Oh,
To Allen.
Great reliever there from Allen.
To Wood.
We see the matchup of Wood and Coleman is a fun one. The most experienced player on the field versus the least experienced. Great hands there from Allen.
Oh, tries to put it to Dow, slightly in front of him.
Soda with another opportunity here. Great inside there from Lambert, opening up to Bennett. Bennett with options.
Oh,
and then Dowell deciding that if your team's going to hand block me, I'm going to get one on the foot back.
Wood to Franz. That is a perfectly placed throw.
That's a great throw from Wood. That's a tough shot. That's straight into the wind, up into the windy corner, and well executed, and a great cut there from Franz.
If you've ever played with Simon Wood, you know which corner to run to. It is that one. All he wants is that forehand throw.
That low release flick has been going around for many years, and once again effective.
He doesn't want the backhand side. He only wants that forehand.
As we see here, Dowell again, the young up-and-coming Bennett on the super experienced Dowell. He's seen that fake a million times, I reckon, and unfortunately Bennett's found the foot for the first time, and probably not the last in his ultimate career with Dowell. As you see there, that's a great throw from Wood.
And huge amounts of separation from Michaela Franz.
Yeah.
Hill's just backing up from the line, making sure they don't have any offsides. We
Yeah,
do have game advisors here today who will be calling that.
Just had a couple of technical errors with the score on both the on-field scoreboard and the on-screen scoreboard. Both were wrong. Clearly the commentary team is all over it with the right score, assisting where possible. We see Hills here, once again coming out with 4 ladies.
Big pull by Cody.
Great pull. Graham collecting through to McBride. McBride there, dishing back to Graham. It's a wobbly old one. There to Anderson. Anderson looking to create a bit of space under. Here we go from McBride. There back to Anderson. Anderson, the big boy in the short spaces. Back to Anderson again. That's a lovely release there from Anderson to Graham. Graham with the fakes, back to Anderson.
Once again, I'm really not sure what this Hill zone is trying to bait.
If I was to say anything, Hannah, I reckon they're just trying to
Slow
hope
it
that
down.
they're just trying to slow it down, make you throw as many passes as you have to, and eventually in these conditions it might go down. But we see Anderson here with safe hands through to Saunders, and that is a very, I'm going to say it's a pretty easy hold there from Soda. There's a lot of space in that under, and Anderson especially exposing the space there.
Yeah, it felt like they could just walk it down the field. Little trouble put on them by that zone. nice to see that Saunders is back after that maybe hit to the face that she took earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's a critical player for this VLS Soda team. She's easily the fastest girl on this team and probably the fastest player on the team, full stop almost. She's an absolute speedster. Has been with the club for a couple of years now and missed last season through choice and injury. But good to see her back playing with VLS once again. And we see lovely work there from Anderson. Finds Saunders on that under, and then yeah, that really was nice offense from VLS, so they could be happy with that.
Felt like they hit every gap.
Absolutely, as we see once again sending out the 4 boys. Khan here with the disc. Got a good mix of speed and height here on this line. This is a good defensive team here from VLS Soda. They're looking to stop the big threat of Dowell and stop the throws of Wood, who've been crucial so far for Hills upwind.
While Hills are only picking women and VLS are only picking men when they get to choose the gender, it is at least making it very even.
Sturgis here on the mark with Wood, with the disc.
To Dowell. Oh, fumble.
Drop here from Dowell. Might have heard that one over the mic. Just got to keep it moving here, Soda, and that's probably good advice there from Division 1 player Josh Burns. Just, they're looking good when they're moving the disc early. We see a shaky under there. Lovely there movement from Khan. Excellent spacing to Sturgis. Pressure on the mark from Wood though. Got those waving hands. Oh, it's an absolute speculator, but tell you what, it's going to work to Sutherland. And that's another break. That's back to evens.
That had to have been thrown on 9.5.
That's 9.9, I reckon. I heard the 10. I'm sure I heard it. He's just flung it out, Sturgis, and the safe hands of Sturgis strike again. That's still no turnovers for this game from Sturgis, and he's looking good with the disc. Got some great fakes and got a couple of miracles on his basket as well by the look of it. This is an absolute speculator you're going to see here shortly. Pressure on the mark from Wood. 85 years experience. And
I'm not sure I'd call that a safe throw, but it came off.
Sturgis has done the impossible, and his team thanks him for it. That's another break. That's 6-all. That is dead set outrageous. I can't believe that's come off. That's a fluke. You can't. Please remove that from the footage.
To our viewers at home, Sturgis is apologising for that atrocious throw.
He's really sorry that it worked, I think, mostly. Well, I'm pretty sorry that it worked as well. You don't teach that one in the book, but sometimes you got to break the rules to get the goals. And that's 6-all. That's 2 breaks back now. We're on even terms here. This could be the showcase game we're after. Bennett with the disc. Had some strong upwind pulls so far. If they can put another good one up. As we go again. Yeah, good shot there from Bennett. The wind's picked up again a little bit, so it's held it up, but
Walsh picking up.
Strong mark here from Bennett. This is just going to go.
Looking straight for the end zone. It's Mello.
It's gone. Yeah.
Oh, well read by Mello.
That's really a good play from Hills. I mean, like, they know what they want out of this offense, and they just want to send it to the female receivers deep, and hey, it's still working, so why stop? It's good pressure, though. As we see VLS Soda here calling 4 men once again. And I mean, after you've seen that point there, you can understand why. The female receivers are just so strong on this Hills team.
Mello, self-confessed slowest female on the team, and she's busting deep and scoring goals.
Just out-experienced her younger defender, and you know, you don't play in these conditions very often, but with some of these Hills players, when you've got as much experience as they have, they know how to get it done in the worst of worst conditions. C7-6 here now.
Hills will be looking to get a turn and take half.
Just want to send a quick shout out on the live stream to Lachlan White. Could you please remove yourself from the YouTube comments? You're going to make a scene. As we see, Hills here with the pull, and Dow sending it up. Another great pull. Nolan receiving the disc, gets it across to McBride, who's obviously made the speedy recovery from some quad issues she's been having throughout the day. Nolan busts around. Great move there. Looking for options, not getting many. And Dow's just plucked that out of nowhere.
Sends it to Wood.
And Dylan Bennett with the unbelievable save. He's about a third of Woody's age, and he's jumped about twice as high as Woody ever will. That's a great throw there up the line to Saunders. Keeps it in. Saunders a tennis player with that tennis backhand. This is absolutely gone. Well defended there from Weston.
Once again, that throw just not coming out quite how they'd like in this wet.
Hey, Matt. Yeah, those flicks are hard. Bennett's had a couple of shots. He's missed one deep and put one short, but might find the range on the next one.
Wood sends it to France.
Flings it. Great D there from Hamilton. Georgia. Oh. We see a huge effort there from Bennett and Allen, both going tough into the contest.
We have an injury sub from Allen.
Great D there from Hamilton, and then puts
Dougal
it through
coming
to Bennett.
on.
But yeah, it's a tough one. Both players going for it.
Going for the disc, still no excuse for contact though.
Absolutely right. Wood's throwing over to the disc now. Important offense here now for Hills. This one goes in where they get half.
Little one down the line to Franz. Up the line to Parker. She's not in the field when she tries to catch that one.
Unfortunately puts it down anyway, so someone upstairs is watching and ensured that one was out. Nolan and Wood match up. The younger wheels of Bennett. Oh, nice hands there from McBride. Great pickup, that's tough. And Bennett's
I'd be saying at this point he probably needs to watch where he's jumping.
Yeah,
he's hit a couple of players now.
Getting a little bit excited, I think. That's definitely not good enough from Bennett. Got to be more aware of your body positioning than that, and that's no good, unfortunately.
Dougal sending it long, bit bladey.
Great work at the back there from Nolan, recognising the shot was on and recovering.
Wood yelling at his team to settle it down a little, take easier options.
Nolan there looking. Saunders going deep. It's a deep stack here from Soda. There's not a lot coming. Hamilton, lovely under. Oh,
ooh.
Unfortunate there. Couldn't quite reel it in.
It is very difficult to hold on to the disc at all.
It's very true. Hill's here with another shot. Wood's been asking for them to reel it in a little bit, keep it calm. Let's see what he can do with the disc. Big fake to Dow. Dow streaming under, not getting it. Good defense there from Drury. Huge bit on the mark there from Nolan, and that's just to throw it to Dow because he's tall, and hey, it works for him.
Well, there is some sort of call back on the throw. I think it might be a stall out discussion. He did get very high.
Yeah, I tell you what, Nolan's done real well to keep the stall count going here. If he's gone with the layout bid while still counting,
It'll be interesting to know whether he was still within 3 meters when he did that layout, because he got a long way with that.
He's got long legs, Hannah, don't you worry. It's very close. The game advisors here in to assist with the chat if possible. If required, they can provide an opinion. It's not binding, and we see a retraction of the call here, and that is a goal confirmed to Hills. And that's half time.
That is. That was an anticlimactic finish to the half.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a dampener, but hey, an incredible first half. Hills going up very early with quite a big lead, and then VLS doing well to bring it back. VLS Soda, and then, yeah, the experience of Hills closing out that half effectively, getting a chance to break and doing so.
Both teams having to really fight for every point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a good offensive game across the board, I think. Both teams have a pretty clear plan. Obviously, the Hills plan is to go downwind and send it, as we see once again. the mark here from Nolan. He's putting in a lot of effort, a lot of pressure. One bit, another. And then, yeah, as we see Wood send it up over the top over about 800 VLS defenders, and they're all there to collect the goal.
I must say I did a little bit of a stalk out in my head while that one was playing, and I got up to a 12.
You got up to 12?
Yep.
Oh, man. That's high. That's above 10.
I don't know if he put it on right from the start, because he jumped around a bit at first.
Yeah. Be great to get the input of Nolan as to where he thought he was, because that was a while. You're right. As we see some great highlights here. Yeah, just the Hills long game. Downwind. Working a treat.
Everyone jumping around, trying to stay dry. There's lots of shivering.
There is a lot of shivering. It is... I feel like we've gone to the wrong month. Like we've come to Nelson Bay and they're about 2 months behind the actual rest of the world.
Well, they haven't had rain here for a while, so
yeah,
I'm sure they're enjoying it.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, not that these fields could get any better. These are the lovely playing conditions. That is a great grab from Motomari. Yeah, lovely conditions here in Nelson Bay outside of the weather. The playing fields are outstanding. This is a beautiful facility. We're absolutely delighted to be here. Kind of asked for much better on the ground. Obviously, off the ground, a little bit tougher, but that's okay. Some keys, Hannah. What do you see each team needing to do in the rest of this game to win?
Catching the disc. If they can catch the disc more than the other team, they're going to win. Because at the moment, most of the turnovers are unforced. Like, there's been some defensive pressure turnovers, but most of it is throwaways and just cold drops.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that the team that can react the best to the conditions changing throughout this second half, they're the one that's going to take this game away. We saw each team throughout that take advantage of conditions they had. Momentum swung here and there, but
just keeping calm, holding the disc for a little longer because it's a little wetter. I watched a game earlier between Tarmac and the Burleigh Griffins, and both teams were trying to play very quickly, and once the Burleigh Griffins settled down, they had a much easier go of it.
Yeah, for sure. I would say, obviously, once again, back to the experience point, I don't think that too many of these VLS Soda players have played in conditions like this. These are tough. You try and train for them, but
fields are normally closed when it's like this. You don't get the chance often.
Yeah, you just don't get it. We actually had a scrimmage day recently in some tougher conditions in Wollongong, except for the fact that it was a beautiful day and the sun was out. So, you know, you try and train for these conditions and you can't without extra effort. But full credit to both teams. There have been some unforced errors for sure, but there's also been some unbelievable plays and some great grabs to counteract that, I think. Far and away from what I've seen today, this is the highest quality of Ultimate I think we've produced so far today on the stream, which is awesome. Good way to finish day one.
We have our game advisors here today, Peter Baker and Mark McClay. Peter Baker being very experienced, having game advised many different levels of Ultimate, including Worlds, and Mark McClay having his first day of game advising.
Amazing. That's
Just
so cool.
Keen to learn the rules.
Yeah, for sure. Hannah, as a game advisor, I'm sure you can probably tell us a bit more about the role that the game advisors fill throughout the game.
Game advisors don't really do much. That's the aim, to be as uninvolved as possible. But when players need a little bit of assistance, whether it's with rules or a perspective, game advisors is just there to back up the player's decision. So nothing they say is taken as writ. You have to agree with the game advisor in order for what the game advisor says to have any effect. But they are just there as a backup.
Yeah, I think my favourite thing about game advisors is that before I talk to you before each game, it's just we're here to do nothing, hopefully. But we're
the
here.
Perfect game for a game advisor is where they don't have to say a single thing.
See you to good drive.
Let's go, VLS!
Cool, and we're back after a little bit of a quick mic break as we are back out for the second half. We've got VLS Soda receiving, Hills on defense. For this second half, the gender end zone has changed. So on the left side of your screen now is the end that will be selecting gender, as we see Sturgis collecting the pull, swinging across to Lambert. Back to Sturgis. Sturgis with some lovely safe movement. Oh, just across to Lambert. Sat down really nicely. You can see that similar junk zone as, Bernardino just putting it down. I think that zone changed a little bit, Hannah, from what we saw. It looked a lot tighter than it was in the first half.
Definitely.
And as a result, there was definitely not a lot of space for him to work with.
Cody picks up. Nice little cheeky round break throw to Annie Wang.
Straight in, and that's a great start for Hills. They get a break straight out of half and go up 9-6. Yeah, obviously very early days in this half, but yeah, that zone looked much different.
Yes, I think they put a couple more players up near the disc, and they weren't afraid to change the mark this time. In a couple of the previous points where they've played zone, they've had one person on the mark doing a lot of running and then everyone else milling around in space. This time it was 4 people up near the disc and they were just changing the mark, whoever was closer.
Yeah, we'll be interested to see how VLS sort of react to that potential change. I'm sure as this half goes on, we'll see a bit more of that zone because obviously it's come straight into effect for them. They've got a break, so can't ask too much more than that after half, getting 2 pass break and then straight in. As you said as well, like once again, the left side of your screen now is the end zone that selects the gender balance for the point. And VLS Soda continuing on from the first half have selected 4 men for this point. So we'll see the balance of 3 ladies and 4 boys out there.
I think that's a pattern that's going to continue for the whole game.
I would suggest,
I can't see it changing.
Yeah, I'd suggest so as well. Ant out here with the pull. Got a downwind crack this time. Should be a good one.
That is a bullet, but it's not coming back.
Tell you what, I've called it out on the mic. That's some proper commentator's curse. He's been pulling well all game. Give him a wrap. Straight out the sideline for a prick. I'm sure that Soda will appreciate that one going upwind. A few extra meters here won't hurt. Yeah, as you can see on your screen, that cup is tight. There is not a lot of windows there to thread it through. We'll have to see the Soda team really respond by getting a bit more movement into the cup.
Even getting a dump off is looking hard. Oh, bit of contact on the mark there.
Nice work there from Khan. Great cutting. Space over the top to Graham. Lovely little shot. Graham got options. Oh, just behind Glover there. Oh. Varley.
He got underneath it.
Couldn't quite whack himself out of that one, but he's had a crack at it, Varley, and now he's got to try and get a block for his team.
Dougal picking up to Weston.
Graham pressure on the mark here. Weston with the shot across. Whoa.
Parker went through her legs.
McBride picks up and absolutely slings it to what I assume she thought was a receiver that did not appear, unfortunately.
Just a miscommunication.
Yeah. I think Varley was coming back under and McBride wanted the deep shot. It's all right. Better to turn it over down there.
Dow sends it to Dougal, who hucks it long.
Yep.
Doesn't come off, but worth the ground.
Absolutely, yeah. And once again, I think we're going to see that continuing play from Hills of just isolating some of their ladies deep and just having a go. Khan with the disc here. Swings it across to Graham. It's a lovely throw. Graham looking to make meters upfield to, unfortunately to Nguyen. Not quite enough rotations on that one. Makes it a tough catch. Hamilton on the mark here. Dow with the disc. Dow shoots it.
Sends it to Franz, who slides under the disc and grabs it. That was not the prettiest of grabs, but it worked.
Very effective. Still counts for a goal. Yeah, another break there to Hills.
We often say to put your body behind the disc. It's an unconventional way of getting your body behind the disc, but it worked.
Yeah, good look here from Dow. Just picks it up, sums his options up, and then sees the open France, who's been an absolute cutting machine so far this game. That's a few goals for her now. She's made it look difficult. It probably was difficult. The conditions aren't great, but held on to it all the same. And yeah, that one is a forced timeout here, I think, from VLS. The Hills coming straight out of the gates, out of half. A lot of pressure on, and so they're calling a timeout here to see if they can respond. As you can see, the VLS huddle here is just just trying to keep warm. Just keep him moving, keep him warm, keep him busy. Captain Haley Lambert across there delivering it. What looks like a very passionate message. I'm sure she's just saying to her team, just need to really get those unders a bit more. Need to try and get people through the cup. Make some safe catches, hit Euro rounds.
On screen, you can see Annie Wang having a good rub down with the little contraption there.
Hey, I think that's the experience. They just know. They don't even need to talk. They just need to keep the body warm. Got to keep those leg hand muscles going. VLS are jumping around and doing all, Gen Y things. I don't know what the kids do these days, dancing and bopping around to the cool beats. The experienced Hills players, they're just there. They've probably got a recliner on the sideline somewhere, TV remote in hand, flicking between the ABC News and SBS radio.
I believe a number of them bring vibrating massages with them for every night.
Unbelievable.
They know how to look after their bodies, and if they don't look after their bodies, they're going to fall apart.
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of children here who have been requested to massage some shoulders for their parents, sadly. They've brought the kids along to make sure that, nothing goes unturned.
So we're going to see Cody with the pull.
After Hills have had their nice little warming session and VLS have had their jump around, get down session. Let's see if it's made a big difference to the two teams. Great pull in the conditions. Yeah, great pull in the conditions. Lambert over to collect. Got Nolan as a middle handler. As we see that similar zone being put on. Anderson coming in to collect. Lambert running out of options fast. And that is a forced turnover once again from Hills.
That was a little bit of a fem zone from Hills there. Great look by Walsh to Mello. How did she keep that up?
Yeah, she's done well. That's a great inside look from Walsh, the lefty, and then that straight to Mello, and that hurts VLS Soda a lot. That is now 11-6. That's 3 quick breaks, and this game has changed complexion very quickly.
Definitely. Both of these teams very lucky in that when they train, they have a Div 1 team to train against. So the Hills team training against Hills Mixed Youth, and the VLS Soda team training against VLS Lime.
Tell you what, this Hills team, they have been training for this tournament for a long time. Playing the youth, they know. They've seen the tactics of the kids. They know what it's about.
They also know how to play against people who are younger and faster than them. It's all they practice against. Here's that throw from Walsh again.
That's a beautiful shot from Walsh, who
stayed up just long enough.
About 1.6 standard deviations outside the median age for this team, but he's making a big impact there, straight to Mello. And Mello, that's a couple of goals for her now.
Not normally in the end zone. She's normally a handler, but in this team, she goes where she's told, and if that ends up scoring, she's going to take it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a good stat?
Division 1 player and team leader here, Josh Burns, delivering some important messages to his troops. Just trying to rally the team, I think, here. A little bit shell-shocked out of half. The wily experience of the Hills team know how to get it done. And
Mark Wang with the pull, back from his babysitting duties. Well, it's gone somewhere over our heads. Nope, it's gone right in front of us.
Low and wide. And I think we'll see Nolan take this one up from the sideline.
You may have just seen the lovely attire of our friend Mike, the cameraman, in his plastic bag vest.
Tell you what, he's still wearing boardies and no shoes. I am freezing here with track pants and a jacket on. He must be dying. Quick shot of Hannah Monty there. Amazing commentary. I've just been blocked.
Great crossfield throw.
That's a fantastic throw there to Anderson, to Drury. Drury, a spicy one. Oh, not quite held onto there by Sutherland.
Wang picking up. Crossfield to Dougal.
Busy hands on the mark here from Nolan. Trying to create something for his team. Bernardino as well. Got the seagull arms out here, VLS. Oh, this one is gone.
Wang sends it to Parker. She's a receiver you'll back almost 100% of the time.
Great recovery there from VLS.
To Dougal. Oh, classic Dougal.
And
he has called a timeout.
Oh, I tell you what, this is probably the most divisive piece of information in Australian Ultimate.
He is going to be in a lot of trouble for that one.
Midpoint timeouts, unofficial stat, 80% turnover.
But it's Ben Dougal, and he does them all the time, and they often work.
Look,
But I believe before this tournament, he was told he's not allowed to do any, so we will see how this goes down with the leadership over at Hills.
Yeah, look, there's one way to prove that you are an elite force in an Australian Ultimate, and that is to convert a midpoint timeout. It's hard. The defense gets a whole time to set up, talk about their strategy, how we're going to stop the throws, what we're going to do, and the offense are just there hanging out. We're just going to score a goal, not really sure how, could be unclear.
They are a fair way out. They could do a couple of passes before they try and score. They are not right on the end zone line, which I think is a much more dangerous position to be in.
Yeah, I can tell you that VLS Soda will be pretty happy with this. They're a team that feeds off these dumb stats. There's no evidence, no science behind it. It's a number that we've probably made up, but they believe in it, and they reckon they can get it done with the block here now.
Hill's setting up with 3 handlers outside the end zone, 4 people in the stack fairly deep in the end zone.
I think the temperature dropped by about 8 degrees in that timeout, so let's see how we go. We're going to go up the line. Oh, it's a floaty one. Got a chance, Bernardino.
And if there's a receiver you'd back, it's Mindy Parker.
Yeah, I tell you what. VLS were disappointed with that one. Probably could have written a book about how many times they're going to throw up the line to their female dump setup, but well played out there by the Hills team, who have called 4 men at this point.
Ooh, mixing it up.
Wow. As we see again here.
Bernardino there set perfectly, but Parker just too fast.
Yeah, that's a great grab from Parker. Strong left hand up. 12-6 now. It's a big hill to climb here for VLS Soda, but they've come out of one before. Let's see what they can do. They just need to get that one confidence boost to get that one in, and then, you know, could open the floodgates to offensive release. But I think if the Hills team have anything to do with it, they are going to want to stop that. And as you can see on your screen, it is just getting horrific. Like, it's cold and wet and windy, but 3 times worse than the start of this game. I don't even know why the teams are still out there. This is horrendous. I don't want to play in this.
I can guarantee at this point, every single person out there just wants to go and shower in a really hot shower.
Yeah, as we see, still, that's a great pull in these conditions. That's good meters. McBride collecting. Once again, pressure on straight away to Bennett. Bennett with an option pass to Glover. Great hands there from Glover. Great wheels. Got the option to Sturgis. Safe hands of Edward Sturgis at the back. Swings it across to Khan. Oh, geez. Oh, it's gone down again. Khan, it's the slippery disc. Hills have another chance.
Walsh picking it up. Still got Cody as his dub.
Oh, good pressure there from Sturgis.
Great grab.
Yeah, gets away with one.
Ash just can't pull that one in. It's interesting to watch Cody as a dump. He's a big fan of the, I'm going to stand still on point somewhere, please throw it.
Safe unders there from Bennett. They've just sent Khan deep here. Sturgis on the under. Dylan Bennett here, looking to create. Got Coleman going deep. Gets the around to McBride. That's a lovely pass. Got some open unders. Sturgis safe hands at the back, helping out Newen.
Hey, one of the girls is punched. Got to get active in the front.
Good swing there across to Khan.
Back to middle.
Bennett hovering. Khan looking for the inside shot. Oh, it's snuck its way through, but Newen can't hang on.
Got to get tight now, Soda.
Just need one more block here, VLS Soda. Up
Cody
it goes
picks up
again.
as jacks it.
It's gone.
Just can't quite read that one to get under it.
Once again, though, these are good. These are valuable meters. These are hard to work back. Bennett to Khan. Crowd screaming "Soot it" here. For those playing at home, "Soot it" means just send it to the end zone. Back your receivers.
Do we have a strip call? The run through knocked it out of his hand.
in that. Go across to the open side, Katie. You got space.
Just the players trying to negotiate where the strip occurred and where they all were. As we see Khan here with the disc once again.
Yes.
Oh, good inside and great effort there again from Ewan. They're wanting to hit her on that inside-out pass. Not quite coming off though. It's a tough shot.
Cody picking up.
Nice Ed, nice Ed.
Oh, Bennett. That's a great pressure defense from both McBride and Bennett, closing that angle. Yeah, just need to get it moving here, VLS Soda. Sturgis got time, plenty of options upfield.
That is a nice
And that
throw.
is a great throw, and that is one on the board on the second half of VLS Soda. And hey, one could become two and could become three and needs to become six pretty quickly. But yeah, still quite a lot of turnovers there, and the Hills defense making it very tough for these VLS Soda players to get any easy ground. As you see,
Ooh.
a good little run-through block from both McBride and Bennett. Bennett obviously learning from the tough contacted options of the first half. Much safer play there. And then a great throw from Sturgis to Glover.
She did well to reel that one in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Glover very experienced playing against these players as well. A Hills League player herself, knows the ins and outs of this team, and will be happy she got one on the board against her regular teammates. As we're joined here in the commentary area by about 8 VLS Soda players who are trying to keep Cole warm and dry. I can tell you, it's drier in here. It's not warmer, not at all. This is our first chance to see VLS Soda on defense here this half, Hannah. As you can see, my beautiful blonde hair. That is outrageous. No one wants to see that, Mike. Put that away, please. Graham with the pull. Lovely bladey shot there from Graham. It's good meters here in the tough conditions.
Wood picked
Motomari
up.
on the chase.
To Parker. To the other Parker. No relation. To Parker again. Sends it to Franz.
Oh, Franz, great
Just
hands
outside the end zone. She wants an easy option. Not much coming. Oh, which
sneaks
Parker is
one
she aiming
around.
for?
And there we go.
And that's why Hills is always picking 4 women.
Yeah, that's great upfield play once again from Hills. The ladies just absolutely dominating the upfield space. That's, once again, beautiful work from those girls. Just hitting the around passes, getting open on the up line. It's all a bit too easy for mine.
Oh, but looks like we have Hills calling 4 men again.
I think they just...
I think that's the only time a boy touched the disc that point. We had Parker to Parker, back to Parker.
Look,
Franz back to Parker.
that's the experience of Wood for mine. Just knows where to get it out of my hands. I'm useless. Give it to the ladies. They're doing all the work upfield, and they're putting the business in. They're putting the goals in. Lovely around there. Lambert close on the block, though. That's real tight areas.
It's a real tough spot for Franz to be in. When you're deep and everyone's running past you, it makes it very difficult to get a throw off.
And don't know if you can see it again, but the wind has picked up more. It's somehow getting windier.
And colder.
And colder. And not wetter, thankfully. Just colder and windier.
I'd say the wetness is accumulating.
Oh, yeah,
It's definitely not getting drier.
it's true. Cody here with the pull. Once again, he's been sending some good ones upwind, and that's...
Another monster. That one's the biggest one yet. Will it stay in? I think it's floated a bit much.
I reckon I have called every good pull out so far. So if I was a biased commentator, I'd be doing it for every single Hills pull from now on. But conveniently, all neutral here on the panel.
Yes. Neutral.
As we see McBride bring it over to the brick mark. Looks like Hills have just got a match here. Put the zone away. It's been working for them, though. It surprises me as we see straight to Varley. Varley, a great cut there.
I think that was just a
wrong side defense downfield.
I think it was. Hamilton here. Got big levers, big limbs. Gonna send it to McBride. Great effort there from McBride. Not quite coming off. It's a tough look.
So we thought Hills had played a match there. They were playing a bit of a fem zone where only their women do a zone. Keeley to Cody. Sends it long to Ash. She didn't know it was coming.
Oh, Nick Bride's absolutely border block there. She had no idea where that was. That's... Oh.
Great run through D there by Rickard. Cody picks up.
It's going. There we go. Oh,
Gives
Hamilton.
it to Walsh.
Oh. That is...
Nasty.
Yeah, that's not good. It's a good effort from Hamilton, but can't make contact. That's not quite good enough from the VLS player there. As we see Walsh shake it off.
Gives the disc to Keeley. Back to Cody.
Oh, Varley looking for a bit of a poach block there. Not quite coming off for him. Looking to get his World Ultimate Club Championships Colony squad training in them for him.
To Keeley again.
Bradley looking to come on the backside.
Oh,
my
great bid
Lord.
by
That's
Annie
a
Wang.
great grab.
Way to back up her teammate there. She's looking
Great
for a
save.
dump.
It's going to work for him. Yeah.
And the sneaky dump into the goal.
Beautiful areas there from the Hills players. Yeah, and that's 14-7 now. It is an increasingly big hill. As that's, yeah, you see that back up there from Wang. That's a great grab. Great reactions, good awareness. And then we see the patience to look for the right option. Hamilton bids hard. Walsh sneaks up the line. Tight window, but she found it, and he found the goal.
That was a very nice throw, especially in these tricky conditions. So we now have game to 15. Time cap has gone, but we had to finish the point, and now we add one.
Okay, Antel here with the disc. VLS Soda on offense. Down on your left-hand side of your screen. Looking to try and bring it back as far as they can. It's been a close game. It's been a show of experience here in the second half from the Hills team, who have just come out hard and then just got block after block. Let's see if Soda can put a few more on the board to finish strong this game and take some momentum into tomorrow.
And Hills will likely be undefeated after this game. We'll be looking to carry that through to the end of the tournament. They came in with the plan of winning, so they're well on track for that.
Hey, it's the old adage, Hannah. If you win all your games, you win the tournament. So that's the key here for Hills, as we see Nolan to Bernardino. Bernardino to Anderson. Great work on the unders again there from Anderson to Bernardino.
Hills playing their fem zone again.
Lovely work, lovely space from Nolan. Nolan has Hamilton on the open side, doesn't want it. Now he takes it. It's lovely to Anderson. Anderson looking deep with the spicy hammer. That's a great grab from Bennett. It's an unbelievable throw in these conditions. And apologies for the potential language you might have heard there over the mic, but I think that's probably a fair reaction. That is an outrageous throw in these conditions, and it's a really, really, really strong grab from Bennett.
Hills now coming out at the gender end zone with 4 women. They've been doing men for a little, but they're going back to their tried true method.
That's it. That is unbelievable scenes. That's a great throw and strong grab. Got a touch, I reckon, there as well.
Great bid by the defense.
Yeah, strong work there from both of those boys. A couple of young players looking to make their mark in the competition.
There's a nice little dab there from Steve Baker, our game advisor.
Yeah, the celebratory game point dab. What have we got here? We've got Anderson, Khan, Glover, McBride, Lambert, Newen, and Nolan here on defense for VLS Soda. Haven't been able to get out on defense very much this half. So, look, a couple of cracks at this offensive line on defense to finish the game is probably a good way to go out. Hopefully, they can get a block here. Keep the game going. Keep the stream running. I'm sure for the Hills players, they're pretty keen to get home and have a nice warm shower.
Oh, that is all I want right now. So I can imagine them out in the wet will want it even more.
Yeah, can tell you sailing around these conditions while not playing sucks. Khan with the pull.
That is a nice one.
It's going to go in. Nice. Some weird shape on that pull, but it's held its line nicely as we see Nolan putting the mark on of Cody. Oh, Khan. Huge
Cody
layup
Rickard.
bid.
Back to Cody, one-handed grab.
Great hands there, Ken.
Has to look off an open under while he dries the disc slightly.
Oh,
Annie Wang's feet just slip out from under her. You can see a nice little hole in the ground that she left.
as we see VLS get the turn. Anderson streaking deep, not wanted by Nolan. Anderson now coming back under. This time he's been gratefully received, and Anderson puts it up to Khan. Khan reels it in, and I reckon he's kept that one up, and I reckon that's a goal.
VLS having a nice little comeback at the end here.
Yeah, good.
I would not mind if Hills scored and finished the game though.
Nah, the punters at home are absolutely loving this, Hannah. They want more. They're loving the commentary. The YouTube stream's nothing but positive feedback. They're loving the on-field conditions. They're sitting at home in the heat.
They're loving
having a
it
great
because they're
time.
not here.
Absolutely. They want to see this ultimate go for as long as possible,
Ooh.
and I reckon the punters at home are cheering for a VLS soda miracle on-field 2017 type scenario.
That's an
As we-
interesting little catch. Rewatch
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, here we go. Khan.
So he has it there.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. And then
Does he have it?
look, I reckon there's a hand there. I reckon there's a blade of grass in it. I think he's held onto it with the left paw throughout that somehow.
I'd query that one. As a Hill supporter, I would query that catch.
As a neutral commentator in this bench, I reckon that's a fair catch.
Haha, neutral.
But yeah, great play from VLS. So way to keep fighting here. Still quite a big hill to climb. Pun not intended that time.
So we
Every other time I have meant it.
can see the Hill line here of Dow, Franz, Parker, Weston, Wood, and Wang. Pretty strong line in my opinion. Sturgis with the pull. Nice bladey, rolly one. Got some good meters. Wood picking up. Across to Dow. Up to Weston. Sends it long to Parker.
Oh, it's
Has-
gonna sit. Oh, it's just got out of the reach of Parker. It was hanging there.
She was coming under. She did well to get even that close.
Yeah, Weston just straight into the Hills playbook of send it to your female receiver, and late in the game, VLS with another chance here to have a real go.
Sturgis walking it up.
Oh,
Oh.
Sturgis, that's dead set his first mistake of the game. He's had a great game, but great cut from Motomari. Just couldn't quite find the chest, and yeah, I think Hills will want to finish it here now.
Wood sends to Parker. Sturgis gets in the
Oh,
way.
Sturgis makes up for his little missed throw. Well read.
And that's why the Hills game plan is for the boys to keep their boys out of the way.
Sturgis has just slung it here to Dow. Wrong team, unfortunately.
Parker on the sideline. Got some great defense from Bradley there.
Busy bar from
Dow.
Bradley. Experience of Dow hits Weston. Oh, great block there from Bradley.
Weston just maybe needed to take a little longer on those throws, look for a slightly safer option.
We are not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. It's still happening here. VLS still want to keep putting these in. Got a long way to go, but still a chance as Sturgis is just loaded up again.
Yeah, playing for territory. Huck and hope.
Yeah, and unfortunately no one on the field hoped it into their hands. Drew on the mark here, Wood with the disc. Oh, Wood's
To
giving it
Weston.
a bit of air.
Sends it to Dow. Oh,
Oh, not even the lunging Dow can have a go at that one. The wind found that and took it quickly and far.
please score. I'm cold.
Yep, it's cold. That's for sure. But Sturgis there is keeping himself warm by prancing over to the disc.
I'm not sure how effective using that shirt to dry the disc is.
Yeah, not at all, I reckon. But, you know, it's a mental game. Sometimes a little bit extra. He's sent a couple of big ones upwind here. It's good work for him. One
Oh,
of Murray.
no.
Oh, again, the connection not quite coming off, and Hills have another chance. Short field opportunity.
Wang to Weston. And he reels it in.
And that'll do us.
That is game.
Game to Hills.
Final score of 15-9.
Great game here this afternoon. I mean, I think even though the conditions have been tough, we've seen a pretty high quality game of Ultimate here today.
Yeah, that's very indicative of a sort of a quarter semi matchup that you might find at this sort of tournament. I think Hills maybe came away a little just after half. But VLS were never out of the competition.
Yeah, I mean, Hills did come into this game as the favourites, and I think that VLS sort of can hold their heads high. Just that little bit of a lapse through the middle of the game there, straight after half. Hills just a few too many breaks there for the VLS liking, and but fair play to the VLS sort of team for coming strong and able to close out that game. Hey, can you go to my bag? There's a buff in there.
So that's our last game on this live stream today. All games are over, but we will be back in the hopefully slightly sunnier and warmer Nelson Bay tomorrow.
Yeah, prediction for tomorrow is much nicer. So hopefully the conditions hold up for us, and we can give you a bit higher quality Ultimate. Obviously, yeah, sunny conditions and a bit less wind make for some much better Ultimate. But I think
It's easy to play when it's easy to catch.
so very true. But yeah, as you see, tough game, tough day. But hey, it's nationals. You've got to play through the conditions regardless.
Yep. And we've just seen a game that reached 15 points, so it's not impossible to score.
Cool. Okay.
Just makes it hard.
I think that might just about do us for today, Hannah.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us at home.
And we will see you back again tomorrow.
Enjoy the rest of your nights.
Alti.tv